What's up, Rasmanites? Yes, I'm alive. I know it's incredibly out of the ordinary for me to wait this long between videos, but the truth is I've been extremely under the weather ever since Friday night, and I don't feel much better today, but I needed to do a video. Couldn't let you guys down. And what we're here to talk about today is something that I'm doing. If you follow me on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, I'm going to fill you in right now. As we take a look at 90 films in 90 days, week 1. That's all coming up right now on the Razman's Reality. And welcome back. Okay, so if you're like most out there that follow the film community, that means that you're subscribed to everyone in the film community, which means that you are aware that DVD Weasel, who's a good friend of mine, you may know him from working with us over at the Cigarette Burns. He's also been a member of the Real DVD Watchers for quite some time. His real name is Liam. Liam challenged the entire film community to do something that I thought was very, very cool and something that I had to be a part of. And that is something called 90 Films in 90 Days. You have to watch 90 different films, and it cannot be the same film in the 90-day time period, and you have to document it, either through Twitter or through talking to Liam directly or here in a video. So at the end of every week, I'm going to be updating you guys on 90 films in 90 days, along with some of the other films that I haven't had a chance to review because I've been behind on videos with not having the proper equipment. I'm going to be also throwing reviews from 90 films in 90 days in that mix. So a lot coming up. We've got that first half of Dollhouse ending in the next video before the little break, because like I told you guys, I want to do something special with that second half if I can. We've got the Q&A answers finally coming, but then after that we've got a boatload of movie reviews, including some of the ones that are in 90 films in 90 days. So we'll start off by taking a look at the first film I chose. And sorry for the dogs in the background. I'll do my best to talk over it. Can't really do anything about it right now. But it's Batman Begins. Of course, based on the well-known graphic novel Batman Year 1. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why don't you have this on Blu-ray, Raz? Well, I couldn't exactly let on to the fact that I knew I was getting a Blu-ray player last Christmas. So when I made a movie list last year, I couldn't make a wish list of stuff I already had, or that would be a dead giveaway. So this is unfortunately one that's not in my Blu-ray collection yet. But it is a phenomenal movie, one of the best origin films ever made. If you haven't read the graphic novel, do so. Batman Begins. Great stuff. And yes, the Batman series will be started ASAP now that I have the proper equipment. So, of course, if you're going to start with Batman Begins, your next film would have to be The Dark Knight. The single greatest film, in my opinion, ever made. Not just superhero film, but in my opinion, the single greatest film ever made. I'll be talking plenty more about this in a proper review somewhere down the line. Day 3 was Eagle Eye. It's a very underrated film, one that I absolutely love. If you've never seen it, see it, because it's one of the throwback films. It's an ending that you're never going to see coming your first time viewing it, and it's just a really, really enjoyable thrill ride. Shia LaBeouf and Michelle Monaghan are very, very good in this film. Blade Runner. The version of the film that I watched for 90 films in 90 days is the final cut. I will be doing a major in-depth review on this again. I know you're thinking, well, you already reviewed it as the cigarette burns. That's true, I did. But I didn't get to talk about what the film means to me, which is something I want to do. So, be on the lookout for that. Stanley Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey. Very, very good film. Very, very impressed with it. We'll be doing an in-depth review on it here in the coming days. That's it for the copies of films that I have to show you, but we'll go over the rest of the list. Next up was a documentary called Beyond the Mat, which, if you haven't seen it, is a very, very good documentary on the real life growing pains that professional wrestlers go through. So check that one out if you're so inclined to do so. Next up for day 6 was Leon, which is a film from 1992 about an assassin, or excuse me, a detective trying to track down an assassin. I know it sounds like a plot that you've heard 1,000 times over, but this movie was actually really, really good, and I will be talking about it more probably in a video down the line, because it's not actually one I heard about until both Civilian Snowman and DVD Weasel recommended it. Next up, DVD Weasel and myself decided that we wanted to do a Stanley Kubrick week. Stanley Kubrick, of course, one of the greatest film directors of all time. So, obviously I had already watched 2001. So, the first film I chose for Kubrick Week, as well as the first film that DVD Weasel chose for Kubrick Week, was Dr. Strangelove. Dr. Strangelove, of course, one of Kubrick's best, but not really talked about a lot. So if you haven't seen Dr. Strangelove, do yourself a favor and see it, because it's really, really good. Next up, DVD Weasel watched 2001, but since I'd already seen it, I watched Barry Lyndon, which is a very, very dark film, in my opinion anyway. At least that's the way I interpreted it, but also very, very good. I don't think Stanley Kubrick has done a thing bad, or did do a thing bad in his career, rather. There you have it, folks. 90 films in 90 days, week 1 update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you next time for the conclusion of the first half of Dollhouse Season 1. This is reality according to the Razman and Razman style. It's not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.